Today, we're going to discuss 5 questions that you can ask a builder to make sure that they are the right fit for you. This is According to Amber. Welcome to According to Amber. Today we are joined by Lori Hickman, a licensed real estate agent with Ogden Bay Realty representing Scott's Homes Construction, who has made a career of selling new construction. When you're looking to buy a new home, the options can sometimes be very overwhelming. Today we are going to share with you 5 questions that you can ask a builder to determine if they are going to be the right fit for you. But before we start, I wanted to give some definitions, and if you are owning your own lot or you have chosen your own plan, then you need to know that that is a fit for a custom builder. Would you agree with that?
I do.
That is not something that you take to a track builder, and we're gonna go through and kind of explain the difference as we go through these questions. But a track builder, just for those in the audience, is really someone who builds homes that are very identical in style as well as floor plan, and they're usually within the same subdivision. So those are the 2 definitions that we're going to be working off of today. And these questions are really designed to help you understand what type of builder you are working with. So question number 1, you ready to go?
Let's go.
So question number 1 is, can we make or modify our house plans? Can we make changes to our house plan? How would you answer that question if you were a builder?
With a custom builder, the answer is yes. I'm not going to speak for all of custom builders, but the people I work for, it's very easy to modify plans either just by sitting down with our builder, or we can actually take you to our architects if there's more detailed issues they need to encounter. Then we can have the architect redraw it and make things work for them.
And if I was coming into a track builder, what would the answer typically be then for a track builder?
No.
No.
Right.
Or you might have some flexibility with some design options, possibly.
Possibly, or sometimes if the changes you're requesting are pretty detailed, they may let you do that, but they may also encumber a cost or fee to do that.
Yeah, like a redraw fee or something like that. Good, good. So tell me then, I think question number 2, I think this is a good question to ask a builder, is what type of home do you typically build? If you were a custom builder, how would you answer that question?
As a custom builder, we'll build anything you're looking for. We have lots of plans that we have at our office, or we help you find a plan that suits all your needs and your things that you might need for yourself and your family.
And if you were a track builder, how would you answer that question?
You would probably be shown 5 to 10 different plans depending on the builder, and you get to select from that section, and that's kind of what you're stuck with.
So question number 3 is, who oversees construction?
In our company, the Scott's Home Construction, you are dealing directly with our principal, who is Scott. He is on the job 2 or 3 times a day, at least several times during the week, checking the job. When you're more dealing with a tract type of a company, construction company, most of the time you're dealing with a foreman or a superintendent. You're not dealing with the true owner of the company that has, he's invested in the property and the building. I think that tends to go a lot smoother because you're dealing with the number 1 guy that's over our company.
Well, and especially going back to our first question, if you've made some changes, usually with a tract company, they have the same set of house plans. So their supers or foremans understand this is how that house is supposed to be, versus if you go on a custom, you definitely want to be working with that builder who has been there right from the start and knows, oh, wait a minute, this should have been changed or this should have been done. He should really be much more intimate with your plans.
Right, yeah. You from the very beginning, since the turning into the contract, you are dealing with Scott and our company, and so you redline with him, you go over all the plans, you address the contract, and he's in the know of how that home's supposed to be built.
Perfect, great. So question number 4, and I think this is really important because what most consumers don't realize is that communities aren't just planned overnight. They are sometimes planned years in advance, and it just takes time for the land to be developed.
Correct.
So you going into an area maybe that has a lot of fields, surrounding fields or that type of thing, this is where question number 4 comes into play. What are the long-term plans for this community? If you're a custom builder, how would you answer that?
If he's a custom builder and he's been involved from the very beginning of the development, he probably knows kind of what the long-term planning has been set up with the city or the county. wherever this community may be. If you are a tract builder, they may not know because they may not have been involved with the developing and stuff of the development.
They may have just bought like a chunk of ground.
Yeah.
Or I've seen it sometimes vice versa though too, where a custom builder, like if you brought your own lot, for example, to a custom builder, he's not gonna know if the highway's going in the backyard. That's really up to you to know kind of where your land is. And so a lot of people don't really think about this though, and I think it is important to understand where the community is going. Sometimes tract builders are part of a much bigger master plan, which I think is important too, because you might be building in phase 1, but there's phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, phase 5. Oh, and did we mention there's a whole commercial section of this community? I mean, that's the kind of stuff that you want to understand when you're going into a community. So good. Okay, question number 5. Do you have completed projects to review? This is, I think, kind of a big one. So as a custom builder, how would you answer that question?
As our company, we do things a couple of ways. We currently have existing customers that we built for in the past that are great to work with. They've been great to work with. They actually allow us to walk potential customers back through the home, talk to them, see how their experience was with building, see our workmanship. And sometimes it's really nice to see a home fully decorated, to see where the furniture is, especially if they're maybe considering a plan similar. So that's one of our ways. The other way is we do have 2 or 3 spec homes. As a custom builder, we have never really kept a model home constantly. We haven't set up a model home and been there over and over, because it's kind of more, in our situation, we're moving around. We're moving around to different developments. We maybe have 4 homes going in West Haven, but we've got 2 going up in Huntsville. So we're moving around a lot. So we're not stationed in one model home, but it is, from working with people in the past, it's very helpful to be able to walk people through homes, let them see what our quality workmanship is, what we've been doing, what plans we've done. From that standpoint, that's kind of how we handle our things. I don't know how a lot of other custom builders are, but from us, that's how we work.
Well, and having been involved sometimes with those tract builders, they usually do have a model home or they have a design center, which is a fabulous thing. It's definitely nice to come in and see all those things. But I do agree, sometimes if you're wanting to do something that's a bit more unique or fashion forward, if you will, it's great to go in and look at something that's been installed and see how it really looks. So perfect. So, as we get ready to close, those are our 5 questions, by the way, but as we get ready to close, there's one other thing I want to discuss in this particular segment, and that is selling new construction when there's another real estate agent involved. Sometimes people will be out looking at existing homes and get a little frustrated, realize that maybe they're not finding what they want in the existing market, so they decide to come and look at new construction. They bring their agent and you're there representing the seller, right? So what's normally, I guess, in an existing home, the communication is agent to agent. But new construction is a little bit more specialized. So what's the best way to communicate when you have that type of a situation?
So in the past, a lot of times being on the more custom homes, or if we are sitting in a spec home in a development, buyers will bump into us, and they do have an agent. But most of the time that agent isn't with them. They're not traveling around with them, checking out everything. So when they come in, we usually will, after our meet and greet, we will address that question, are you working with an agent? We'll find out who that agent is. And then once that happens, if this buyer is very, very interested, I give them my card, and then we ask that agent to call us. And I also have that agent's phone number and name, and then we'll reach out and contact that agent and make sure that agent's aware that they come into our model home. We'll try to register their buyers with us. So if they bumped into another agent that was sitting in our open house, we work with lots of, especially in this market, we are working with a lot more buyers agents than we have in the past years. I just think that's because the inventory is limited, so people are kind of out just kind of searching on their own, and there's not a lot of existing inventory out there. So they're doing their searches and bumping into us, and we welcome working with buyers agents. And then one thing that our builder's been doing lately is he's been paying that agent at dig, so they don't have to wait for you know, through the, for their full process.
Yeah, a lot of times I think, again, going to the specialization of it, and especially if you happen to be working with an agent who doesn't understand, you know, these 5 questions even. Some of them don't even know, oh, these are the 5 questions we should ask. At the end of the day, what you need to remember is that this is your home and you are the owner of this home, and you're going to be working with the builder possibly in the future on warranty items or that type of thing. So having a good relationship with your builder and the builder's agent is, I think, very important in a new construction transaction. It's a little different than on an existing home. So I think understanding these questions and being able to ask them is really good. Well, thanks for joining us today on According to Amber. I hope this information is helpful for you as you consider new construction. If you have any additional questions, please share in the comments below. And remember, houses don't build communities, you do.